But now at least we have vertical access to the brake cylinder. The brake cap is one of those where you just peel it off. It doesn't unscrew, you just peel it off. It's a rubber plug. So in here there's a screen sitting in the top that you have to get in there with some thin nosed pliers, sort of pry it across and gradually get it out like this, and be careful not to spill anything on paintwork because it's nasty stuff. It'll bugger your paintwork. Okay, so I do have this vacuum tool which I'm going to use. I'm just going to put the end of the hose right into the master cylinder, reservoir, and just start pumping and slurp out as much of the old brake fluid as I can slurp out. Okay, that's enough for now. I'm going to go and empty this. So after filling up one of these, there was just this little bit left in the bottom. Now I'm going to pour some fresh stuff right in there. And before I forget, I'm going to put the little screen back in too. Of course, with new fluid not being dirty, it's very difficult to tell the level, but I am just slightly over the max, which I'm really not worried about, because number one event is I go in and step on the brake a few times, pump some fluid, pump the pads back onto the discs, and then later on I'm going to actually bleed them when I have an assistant available to pump the brakes while I bleed at the back end to get some of the old fluid out of the system. Give it a couple of pumps and then I'll come back and refill it. I'm going to do a little bit of brake bleeding right now. It's rush hour, you can tell, right? This is the little nozzle under this rubber cap that you have to loosen. So the bleeder valve here is a 10mm. I'm just going to crack it. Just crack and just to loosen it. I'm going to place this on the end. It's a tight enough fit. Now we'll be pressing the pedal down. I'll loosen that, close it, let the pedal up. That's the procedure. Here we go. Let's do a foot down. Tell me when it's down. And up. You can push hard down, it's okay. Oh, hang on, it came off the end. Okay, down. And up. Down. And up. That's good. So I'll put the cap back on, we're all done. Bleeding out some of the old fluid from the line. Go and do the other side, get the wheels back on, torque 76 foot-pounds, and then we'll be done. So the little bit of brake bleeding I did has lowered the level in the reservoir, so I'll be topping that off. And then in here it's a little hard to see the level because it's so clean, but it's just under the top of the filter screen that's in there, and that coincides with the max line on the outside. So that little refill used about 10 ounces, I would guess, of this 12-ounce bottle. And so I'm popping the cover back in. Rubber seal a little. We go in. Bottom pushes down. And this green thing goes in there. Then there's two hooks here facing each other. So there's two holes. You just got to put that in, hook that on like that, and that tucks under there. Done.